Hello, YouTubers, Twitters, Facebookers, Instagrammers, Tumblrs, Twitters, whatever social networking media, computer-related website out there. I forget. Yours truly, Diamond Kelly, coming at you, a.k.a. cold.Enjoy, January 26, 2014. Approximately 12:35 a.m. Seems to be Sunday morning, but right now it's Saturday night, so I'm going to say 12:35 a.m. Saturday night, January 26, 2014. Excuse me, just getting over a cold, that's all. I'm not dying. Bad cold, germs, viruses, nasty fucking people that, spread germs and get me sick, but whatever. That's why we have immune systems. We're going to keep pretty much talking about a little thing that's been riding my mind. It won't stop riding my mind. That's why I keep making videos like this. I'm not crying out for help or any of that. I'm a witch, and it's my job to take care of what I need to take care of. If I need to go out and take care of the ones I love and care about, I'll continue to take care of those people. If I need to take care of something for me, I'll continue to take care of things for me, for Donovan, for Mona. But here's the kind of, I guess you could say, cynical, dark witchcraft rub on everything. See, a lot of people, when I make my vlogs, I know a lot of you say you're sitting behind your laptops and your iPads and your fucking whatever devices you're using. And, oh God, he's making another fucking video about the same fucking thing over and over. That's where you're fucking wrong. I guess you people are a lot nicer to your enemies than I am, because when something's riding my mind, I put it out there. I don't care. And like I said before, obviously you guys like me because you want to keep me on your Facebooks, you want to keep me on your YouTube accounts, you want to keep me on your Twitters and your Instagrams. So you guys must like me. Number one, that's understandable because I'm real. I'm not fake. I ain't going to beat around the bush with you. I'm going to give it to you plain and straight. Simple as that. Few times I gave out names and I really didn't care. But it's got to the point now where I think in the back of my mind, I'm like, damn, what about all my friends on YouTube? What are they thinking about me? Well, if they're my friend, if they're real like they claim they say they are, someone's your friend, they should be all with you and all for you. They're a wacky imbecile. They're, oh, here he goes again. See, here's my take on it. I love how enemies want to walk up and think they want to sit up here and fucking befriend them and think I want to shake their hand and shoot the shit and all that and just think I'm just going to, I forgot all about yesteryears, and it doesn't work that way. Excuse me. Like I said, I got over cold. It does not work that way. So, and for those of you that think, oh, well, why don't you let it go? It happened back 2011. See, it ain't even about what happened. It's how it happened. That's my deal. That's my thing about it. You guys wasn't there physically where I was. So don't you sit your fucking asses up here and say, let it go, let it go. Because unless you were there physically and you saw what was happening, and you weren't, don't sit up here and tell me that. See, here it is. Here's my witchcraft rub on all of it. I like all my enemies, and here's why. Without your enemies, you wouldn't have nobody to practice your magic on. You see what I'm saying? You can go and do magic all day long, but you're going to have a reason to do it, and there's a reason to everything. Christians just don't start randomly praying for people. They are praying because the person's a drug addict or something. You see what I'm saying? So it's got to be something there that gives it a reason. So I just want to clear it up and clarify. Just because a lot of you think just because I don't say nothing to my enemies, you're cool with them. No, I'm not fucking cool with them. I'm just keeping my mouth shut. I just sit back. I don't say nothing. I mind my business. But just so you'll know, all you fucking enemies, you know how the fuck you are. I ain't gotta say names. I give details out enough. I don't have to fucking justify anything or say who you are. You know who you are. The patting on my back and shaking my hand, that ain't gonna cut it. That ain't gonna cut it, because fucking, you can forget about it. I mean, I guess, like I said, I guess a lot of you guys are like a lot nicer to your enemies than I am. Not me. I'm going to defend myself regardless. Like, I'm not justifying myself or, hey, look at me, you know, I'm a witch. I'm not threatening nobody in any way, shape, or form. I'm just saying, I have that effect on people to play their, to think I'm playing their game of being in denial of, oh yeah, he's nice. No, it ain't going to work that way. We had an event here not too long ago, and one of my enemies, I was cleaning up, and decided he wanted to come up and pat me on my back. Oh, thanks, Donovan. And thank me, motherfucker. Thank yourself, because since you're enemies with me, I'm going to do whatever the fuck I can and that I want. See, this is my thing. This is the way it works for us witches. Once you step in our path and you fuck us over, and you fucked us over so many times, it sometimes even take multiple times. It just be one time. You become our bitch. I don't give a fuck how far you are, where you live at. You can move out of the state. If I know your first and last name, and I got a quite good imagination and an image I can recollect in my mind, that's all it takes. It don't always take hair or a piece of clothing. It don't always take that. It's in here, and it's in here. And that's all that matters, and I have an imagination. That's what witchcraft is all about, too. And it's not just the incense and the dirt and the bones. Excuse me. And everything else. There's more to it than that. So, with that being said, just understand that, like I said, I guess you guys are a lot nicer to your enemies than I am. I guess you are, you know. But that's just the way it is for me. Just shaking my hand shit and thinking I'm gonna fucking, you know, they ain't gonna. You're rolling the dice and you're losing at your own game. Who's the idiot then? You know, people always say I'm the one that holds a grudge and I'm the one that's, you know, I won't stop and I keep thinking about it. Well, here it is. How about you gotta see these people every day of your fucking life, all your life? How about that? That's like trying to avoid a scar that's on your face. Scars don't go away. Scars don't go away. Well, that's how it is for me. This is a scar for life for me. That happened back in 2011, that situation. Every time I'm around the area, I can't forget, and I'm not going to forget. That was a horrible night for me. You won't forget that. The scar, that's like a scar on your face. It's there. Realize it's reality. So you know what? You guys you're rolling the dice and you're playing my game. You're losing at your own game, because if you think I'm going to sit up here, sit back, you know, well, I'm going to shake his hand now. You know, motherfucker, one of the enemies, they got all these kids praising him and fucking thinking he's fucking Jesus Christ. That's the thing, too. Everybody thinks all these enemies I talk about, they're Jesus fucking Christ. They're so nice. They're so caring. They're so awesome. All the kids, you know, he's awesome at what he does. Yeah. Well, you know what? Let's wait till you turn about 27 years old. You have an enemy. You want to just, every time you see him, want to punch him in the fucking face. Let's see how you guys feel about it then. Because you guys don't know what I've dealt with. So don't sit up here and pretend, oh yeah, he's making another vlog. And you guys are watching him. You got me in your life. You got me on your YouTube. You got me on your Facebook. So you must like my real ass. Because otherwise you would have deleted me and got rid of me. I'm not fake. Now you guys might have a lot of fake friends. They'll say shit and don't mean it. That ain't me. I'm real. I have the effect on people they like me regardless, because I'm real. I'm not fake. I don't backstab people. I ain't gonna sit up here and beat around a goddamn fucking bush with you. I'm gonna give it to you straight. Unlike my sexuality, because I'm not straight. I want to slide that in there. But like I said, I guess a lot of you guys, you know, you I guess you guys are a lot nicer than I am to your enemies, because I'm not. Like I said, when you come up to me, pat me on my back, and trying to be friendly with me, you guys are playing you're playing with you're playing with fire there. You're losing your own game. Who's the idiot then? Who's the fool then? I'm sitting back and not saying a word. The best witch is when it's quiet. You don't know what I'm thinking in the back of my mind. You probably say, hey, he probably still hates me, but I don't care. Oh, well, I tell you what, you'll care. Because one day it's going to bite you in the ass so hard, you're not going to know what bit you. Excuse me. But, with that being said, I'm in it. Me and my mom talk about this all the time. I went to the store to buy myself some jeans, some cool jeans. You guys know the kind of stuff I wear, skin tight jeans. Preferably women's. I can't stand guys' clothing. This is my personal preference. It ain't only to do with my sexuality, but I just can't stand guys' clothing. So it was weird because my mom never saw me shop since I've gone into the punk alternative lifestyle. And it kind of creeped me out. I'm like, oh shit, my mom's going to see me trying on clothes. She's going to wonder, why is my why is my son going into the ladies section? But she already knew the kind of stuff I wore anyway. She knows the women. But anyway, I'm just adding that in there. And she brought up about the situation that happened with me and the sibling. He doesn't deserve me to call him brother or nothing. I told you guys about how I got my hair pulled out, and I told you that. And she brought it up. She goes, I don't know what you guys got against each other and what you got against you, but you guys are both my kids and this and that. And like I said before, it probably hurts my mom, and of course it hurts my mom. It hurts my mom more than it'll ever hurt me because we are her children, regardless. I'm 31, but I'm still my mom's child. But my thing about it is, unless people been in that situation, they'll never know how it is. I used to be a Christian years ago, and I'm going to tell you, where I was years ago, I feel a lot better what I'm into now than where I was years ago. Years ago, I would have been on my knees praying for every fucking thing, not getting what I wanted. That ain't the way it went for me. See, like I keep saying, you guys I guess you guys could let go things in the past better than I can, but when something's happened to you so drastically, over and over again, what the fuck else? I mean, what do you want me to do? Should I keep licking these people's ass? I remember putting a spell on my sibling, and I know what you guys thinking. Ooh, he done magic the wrong way, and that's where you're fucking wrong. Don't sit up here and tell me you're a witch, and you never had to cast a spell on somebody to get even with them. The kind of witchcraft I practice, that's the only kind of witchcraft I practice. It's dark. I don't dabble in nothing else. Since I got into this, that's all I got into. I don't get into the other stuff. Now, sure, I read about it. I kind of, looked at it and flirted with the idea, but I'm not into the other kind of magic. I got lots of friends, that are into pagan and Wiccan, which is fine with me, but that's just not my path that I chose to walk down. I walked down the darker stuff. And I told him when he was back in 2009, this was before I shaved my sides off, so I got like an undercut now, but my hair was a lot longer. I mean, it's long now, but it's medium length. But this is way before I shaved my sides off. I told you guys a story in my other YouTube video, and when he ripped my hair out, a part of me died, because it's like, I'm your fucking brother, and you put your hands on me, and I told him, I'm going to get you. Throughout the whole ordeal, he kept saying, oh, what you going to do? You going to put spells on people? And I'm like, yeah, keep laughing. And I told him, sure enough, I was going to get him. 2011, and my dad was at his, My dad told him to go outside and clean some firecrackers or something up. He let off. This is the 4th of July. And, you know, I had my braids or something then. Side shaved off my all-around hairstyle. And, why don't you obey your dad, man? We ain't even talking to you. Get in the house, and he started running his fucking mouth. I'm like, want to get you? That's the 2nd time. And I told him what happened. 2012 came. He came down to the basement where I was staying at my parents'. Well, still stay with my parents to this day. And he goes, what's going on, man? I'm like, oh, back in my mind, I'm like, oh, you're talking to me now? Now here's the rub about that story. He called me all these names, done all this nasty shit to me. So that's what I've been telling you guys for years. The enemy is going to be the one that always feels guilty. It's not you. No, it's not us. It's not the witches. It's not us. People always were casting spells on people. But see, if you're doing it for the right reason, you got nothing to worry about. I mean, I'm not going to sit there and fucking dabble in white magic and give the enemy all kinds of glory and kiss their ass like they're some kind of god, because they're not. Yes, I know what you're thinking. Well, that's your blood. Why are you putting spells on your blood? Because I done what I needed to do. See, here it is. I'm not a fighter, but I'll defend myself. I'll beat your fucking ass if I have to. You know, I'll defend myself. But when it comes to results of plan A, and I always resort to plan A, is situating it out. And I tell people this all the time. You know what? I don't have to tell them. I want people to think this is some kind of threat. Ooh, he's a witch. He's gonna... No. That's obvious. They already see that. They see the way... They see how you look. They see the way you act. Witchcraft, being a witch is an emotion. It's a feeling. It's a look. It's so much into it. It's not just, oh, okay, so she's fucking got candles in her room, or she's got incense burning in her room. It's more to it than that. It's a look, a certain look you have to say people will stop their interest, like, oh shit, she's creepy looking, she's a witch. You have to have, remember the other few videos I told you guys about, there's so much into it than you think. There's a look that goes with it as well as everything else. And my thing was, I done what I had to do because it was time for me to do what I had to do. I thought to myself, Donovan, you're going to do this. Sure, this is blood related, but don't think any guilt about it. Because see, the spell could have came back on anybody. It could have came back on me. But I was focusing on just the person I wanted to do the spell on. And guess what? 2012, he came back wanting to talk to me. That was the guilt right there. That was the guilt. That's all it takes. If the enemy wrongs yourself. Now, I'm going to tell you something. People don't want to say sorry. They don't want to apologize. They feel like if they say sorry, it's sincere, you know, that's gross. I'm not going to say sorry and apologize. That makes them feel less empowered. Because they already got their head so far up their ass. They think the word sorry kills them. Rather than just say, hey, look, I'm sorry. No, they don't want to say that. None of my enemies said sorry to me. They all just be nice to me. See me walking, they're in my way. They part the way and move the fuck out of my way. That's about it. But they never give me an exact apology, which is fine. Because as long as the enemy is showing some type of resentment, and as long as the fucking enemy is showing some type of closure, that's all that matters. If the whole rose and chocolate routine is too old for him, so to speak, that's fine with me. But as long as your enemy is showing some kind of resentment, and that's all. Look at my enemy's ear. I don't say nothing to them. They know better not to cross my path. I fucked them up before. I've made people do all kinds of fucked up things, and I warned them. It's all in here. It's the emotion, imagination. That's all it takes. Somebody knows you're a witch. You're dwelling on the past like I am, and dwelling on all these past stories. That's all it takes. Show them that you're a witch. Show them that I'm going to fuck you up. Now, sure, this is not all about hurting and pain. There must, as the late Anton Sander LaVey would say, there must be a sense of humor. There must be another emotion besides just, damn, pain. Give him pain. But this is dark, what I'm practicing. Not only give him pain, but have an imagination and sense of humor, saying, damn, that'd be pretty funny if he was out the blue, tripped over out of nowhere. That would be pretty funny. It's not really it ain't really a evil thing then, because someone falls, it's pretty damn funny, right? There's an example. And I showed my enemies more than one way I was going to get them. I had the right emotion and the right mindset, the right imagination for it, and I had the right sense of humor. My sense of humor is, yeah, I'm angry, but at the same time I'm happy. Because I can laugh if it happens. You see what I'm saying? So it's a double standard. Just like Anton Sander LaVey would say, there must be a sense of humor there. I pulled a prank on people and fucking made them flatten their tires on their bike, and I thought it was the awesomest thing ever. There's this jokeable part about the dark witchcraft. I knew what I'd done, but they didn't. It's funny. They had flat tires. They had to buy brand new inner tubes. It's evil, but it's a laughable evil. Recently I done to somebody. I put some thumbtacks underneath their tire and they would ride their bike off and, end up hissing like a snake, blew off 2 tires. That was pretty funny. Just be a smart ass. Excuse me. Of course, do this to people I would do it to pieces of shit. They just think they're on top of the world and they can talk better. They can talk down to people and talk to people like they're trash. Little things like that. But and like I said, this shaking the hand and thinking we're gonna be friends, that ain't gonna work. You guys were there in 2011, you would understand. If you guys were there in 2009, you would understand. But you weren't. So he's making another video. He's pissed off about the same. Yeah, because you're seeing these people every fucking day of your life. If not every day, you're seeing them very fucking regularly and often. So you know what? Learn to love your enemies. Learn to enjoy them. Because they're your little bitches. And I don't care how far they go or where they move, whatever the fuck they do. You got the imagination and the image of how these people look in your mind, and you know their names, obviously, because you know them half your fucking life. Cast them away and let that be that. See, like I said, I practice the dark stuff. I'm not gonna. It's one girl I was talking to years ago. Well, I say years ago. This is 2014. I talked to her back in 2012, and excuse me. I met her on one of these stupid dating sites, and she was a model. She was into fetish modeling. She had modeled for different magazines, like they would be taking pictures of her with fruit all over her body. She done what they would call fetish modeling, and her name was Fidela. Not a bad-looking girl, really short, 4'9" midget. I never got a chance to meet her in person. We only talked on the phone. And I knew something wasn't right about her right away. One day she called me up. She was fine. She was talking like she was sober. She goes, "Oh wow, I finally met a guy that don't want to talk to me about sex all the time." And this was at my parents' house, and I was talking on the phone for the first time. I'm like, "Yeah, man." And she was Druid. And another time she called me, she was intoxicated. She goes, "Okay, the only reason I'm talking to you, you know why?" I'm like, "No, because I'm drunk." I'm like, "Oh, cool." That's pretty fucking rotten to say, because also what you're saying is you're only talking to me when you're drunk. When you're sober, you don't want nothing to do with me, which I found on later in life. She had a kid. She goes, "I don't tell lots of people." Well, you should tell lots of people that You know, because no matter what, you know, that guy's going to be in that kid's life. So, but she was a druid. So one day I tested her, and I was asking her about a person who I was still enemies with even to this day. And she goes, I was like, well, what's your take on enemies? She goes, well, don't do nothing bad to them through your magic. Something about write their name down and crush it under rose petal or some kind of crazy stuff. She was druid, and I'm like, wait a minute. You said you're a druid. Druid is dark magic. The druids were into the dark stuff. So where the fuck are you getting this? I hate that shit in the witchcraft community. Don't use your magic for bad. Well, not all of us are Wiccan. Not all of us are pagan. Not all of us are white. Not all of us are gray. Some of us are into just pure dark stuff. It ain't that. Excuse me. It's not that, oh, so you don't get into the dark magic so you can get even with people. No. I got to the dark magic because that was my calling. That was my path. But sure, if you want to be enemies with me and piss me off all the time, then that's where I got my dark magic, and that's where my dark magic come in. Please understand what I'm saying. I didn't just get into this just to hurt and pain and cast spells on others. I got to this because this is the way, the path in religion I chose. Okay? I chose it. It's not, oh, I read about this, so cool, I can do. It's part of being a witch, is casting a spell and getting your revenge, but at the same time, having the right meaning for it. And I do have a hell of a right meaning for it, because this is why I chose this path. Understand what I'm saying? It didn't quite collect to me the right way. It's like, wait a minute, I used to be a Christian so many years. Then I switched over from that to this, and like, damn, wow. I've made people suffer with this. Yeah, it's good, but at the same time, they should know better, and they still don't know better because people are stupid. They want to keep hurting and hurting and hurting you, and what you do is you keep hurting them back. I have no guilt in any of my enemies, what I've done to them in the past. I have no guilt. I got my head on straight. Excuse me. I got my head on straight. I got my shit together. And I live a guilt-free lifestyle. And I know that I chose this path. This is the right way. And this is the path I chose. This is the way it's going to be. I just love the dark part of things. I guess you can say I'm into the more of the satanic or Luciferian type of thing. The way my friend Gabby puts it. I like the way she says Luciferian. I like the way she put it the most. But yeah, I'm into that stuff. And that's all I ever studied. And that's all I ever will study. But like I said, don't ever turn your back on your enemies. Write every name down on a piece of paper. And keep those names close to your heart. Don't shake hands. Don't do any of that. We're witches. We're not supposed to befriend the enemy. We're not supposed to befriend the enemy. We're not, you know, we're not Christians, are we? At least most of my witch friends are not. Someone's hurt you in the past. You've had enough. Had enough. You've been pushed. You've been poked way too many fucking times. A real witch knows enough is enough. Enough is enough now. This is 2014. This is 2014, people. I mean, are you going to be pushed all the way to year 2018? No. It's time to stop. So my deal is go in it level-headed. I'm not friends with these people. We're enemies, and keep that. Now, like I said, a lot of you might say I'm a grudge holder. Say what you will. I don't even fucking care. But I mean what I mean, and I mean it blunt, and I mean it well. Every letter, every word that falls from these lips, I mean everything I say. If not, I wouldn't be here on planet Earth if I didn't mean what I say. I need to thank my My parents would even gave me birth to be on planet Earth and standing right here on this very ground as we speak. But like I said, it's not that I'm holding a grudge.